Me for appear we now see emo akwaba Express GH TV so any na me ya Kevin Taylor Babeju Ghana so Abeju so beju here me ya this time around honorable minister Omani Brahma adi komo akasa de afa Kevin Taylor Babeju na ebedi komo Express de kasa ebedi komo na ebedi komo to dey subscribe like share comment and people for delegation ya na anamutu abutu omubiti omukoshi amukoma ekoso me dey man say that follow gidigidi dey but it is a conversation with Emra
na me ye dwuma dey but na me sanso ye monitor ni ade na bibi koso a unse wo hye de bokrata yi mu a ebi mu krompo de so bo na na bi se wo se da kofa o ma omunye delegates ebe fra delegates no conference na ekoso no
wobra party no directive ni chese wonya delegate
according to the bokrata yi amane a ebo no kire se san na bi ye se de be ya o betumi abo age Dr. Baumia so sije ran webra omubo Dr. Baumia din unso no musio say ye kasa leader of party no enso chema bute ekasaye e ma general secretary so be kasaye e na minority leader of parliament ekasaye inti bra ye ti say ye see Dr. Baumia be kasa na nkofo say na ne adan inti na Dr. Baumia obe kasa den no be kasa adan no be kasa den no be kasa na wo hye bro sorry ye ni sadia na de no ni adan nkofo say enti anu na be mususu say da bigo de Oma frem
entina say nipa no ana omo stance ni mu nyina no enya omo nyina no omo delegate
sana da bokrata no eka na unse enti wo de ma me mfa won kwode overseer da bokrata ni
fa me ko
ho no mu na enna bi mfoni edanim ha ena wo chese MPP aspirants ni bi ena edisa sobo no ebo na bi na yenti enchemu no ene de wo kankasa na sije wo de sina wanso wo hobi unhu se de niam akoye
na
ebi mo chese separate ne yes no campaign o koye campaign o
party t-shirt ne paraphernalia ne ade nyina mo bia show bia t-shirt
ma o sen na obi kwakasa ye boje ne so na no Baumia no vote na
ye ma ni pa ba kokwan ma ni kutia
round sa
delegate nyina ma ye boje ne so
enti na ebi kro bo kase ene conference o mu ye ya se che so mu de cotton one candidate bi ana so mu ye so mu de koyeden siye asem na no den
me dwe ho a me ntiase
ai na wo se conference na kasa na ekoso no de mpanyefo me yeti ase ne se na woni omo mo hwe wani me best 5500 omo no ya accredited delegates na ewo so mo ba na omo chese sa number yi ekoso akodu best 10000 the overseer na ebo amani o 5500 na no mo hwe nim so mo beba no ehwi koso a ekobro be say 10000 e wo hon ma omo fin University of Ghana Sports Stadium no?
In fact the total number of delegates is 5675 and necessary nko mo stadium na ntina say ebrusu ko do 10000 there
na che say ena say no sa no se wonni usie matag enti say omo broso ko do sa 10000 na tag no hwan na de ma omo munim so munye delegate
na say tax no omo twa broso
ena se de enti na bi ya ye kana se mi so ye national organizer ena committee na nkasa so a etoto ne ma no so no
oka ho yeah
na omo kire say sa nipa dodo na ebro so na ebe ka ho no eno mo yes ade because delegate there so the committee no catch on so bi en hod ma be kwakoye campaign obekwa kwobwaje obi so ene ade no nti sije say no so no akosensen nkrofo komo a wo ma mo aspirant bi adin de but according to the bokrata no aspirants ni bi e de sobo ebo na bi say wo no ene wo so nkrofo be
ene MPP for ewa adwumayo what you say because with opposition they are still messing up. Na me ya Kevin Taylor na yes wa ba bedu Ghana ha and the communication come I tie any 2 times me tie me enu a confirm me afro mu kom mu enkom na wi a yakoti o mane ebo aman kom no so person no ye di e this aside.
He came by United Airlines according to the story. United Airlines flight UA996 from Washington DC, and he came with an entourage. According to the story, he didn't just come; he came with an entourage, and they are up and they are so the people at the airport don't quite see people on the flight who told us. And guess what? The report is that sent him to Prestige Lake. Go and live in the house that is reserved for the vice president of Ghana. This is the same house that John Dramani Mahama lived in as vice president and even as president. When President Mahama was exiting his presidency in 2016, this is the house that he wrote to Nana Akufo-Addo, and Nana Akufo-Addo agreed that President Mahama can have it. Later on, party hawks prevailed on Akufo-Addo by force that President Mahama cannot have it. And so President Mahama had to relocate and find his own place where he has been living until he was re-elected as president. This house is where Aliyu Mahama lived in. It's reserved, it's a cocoa board house that is reserved for the vice president of Ghana. This is the house that has been given to Mr. Sansadeli and his entourage to stay in the official residence of the vice president of Ghana. This guy who just finished SS2 not because he can't pay but because he can't learn, and sets up a media organization to basically drop down insults on every important Ghanaian. And because he supports and assists the political party, there's no problem with political parties supporting their own. Every political party supports their own. There's no problem. Akufo-Addo supports his own. John Mahama supports his own. Hassan Ayariga, who is in the studio, supports his own. But you cannot support your own by using taxpayers' resources to bring in somebody like that the court has scandalized. Now, he is now worried about the bench warrant. So he has filed an application at the Supreme Court. I've spoken to plenty lawyers last night and they all gave their perspective about, oh, this is outrage, oh, this one is that, this is that. And some of the lawyers said, no, the Supreme Court will never accept this. In the next 5 minutes, Lawyer Preku will join me and we'll go to the Supreme Court thing that he has filed. We'll tell you about it and he will give us the dimensions of it. But this is very interesting and it should be worrisome if it is true that he's staying in the official residence of the vice president of Ghana. Yesterday, I texted Minister for Defense. He has not responded, Dr. Manibuama, and asked him certain questions that you are a Catholic priest, or Manibuama, you are a Catholic priest. You are Minister for Defense. Who wants his child to be like this guy? Who wants his child to grow up and have an insulting tongue like this guy? Who wants his son to be like this guy? Who wants his daughter to be like this guy? And because of politics, you bring him to Ghana. Why, you think NDC will be in power forever? My goodness, even Kwame Nkrumah was not in power forever. Nkrumah was in.
What is the latest information on Saka?
Abranti ya NDC for born a party dimping for Nkrumah in Atamu.
Why?
Kevin Taylor.
A
court to cry. A contempt attorney,
yes,
patchino,
yes,
arrest warrant attorney.
So Abagana,
Waba national security for Adino Bamba Abba about Aquaquose, the official residence of the vice president.
Hey,
baby, President Mahama. It's not when he was vice president and even president. And baby, vice president to be about Betsna, you know, and the current vice president, Her Excellency. Or no, say the private residence.
Yeah.
And it's only vacant. A whole no margin. Is
this information that you are privy to? And
I will give you the full information. We'll come to that.
Really?
But, yes. But I want. Oh no! If you want us to deal with it, let's zoom in. No, but
it's a serious matter. And coming from you as a ranking on.
Oh yes. You see, and it is terrible in this country. Say, Aban Biaba, not a whole chief justice. A whole chief justice, no. What washa no so say all pamono without basis. Na momo no ogu na nimu say apam chief justice as say the judiciary. Na sa aban na nkasa e the national security architecture. Ebebo obi a wakasa tia judiciary no. Wakasa tia arrest warrant e dane so no. Na national security for ebebo say nipa na ho ban no. A indictment on the government. A serious indictment because between justice Gertrude Arabasaki Tokunu and the Kevin Taylor. Why and the Senke Bonnie Hobai? Between Justice Araba Tokunu and NDC for Trina Bosu Gunanimase to spite the judiciary, no, and the Kevin Taylor. What did you do for them? wadidi asofo mpanyinfo Ghana ha nyina atem wadidi ahemfo atem adidi mpanyinfo bia edi mu Ghana wadidi wo mu atem because obi ene don bi eta na chi emboldi no even to the extent to say okasa di tia judiciary court no issue arrest warrant say yen fa arrest no emra me appear before the matchroom why he should not be in prison, you know, and free ho odwane so oba Ghana bia national security and a bond home obedru Ghana or the United Airlines and a bedru ye nrechi obedru ye no the flight. I have all the details. I will not even want to give the nitty-gritty details. The seats are so we know obedru airport national security for and a cofa no free tarmac so. And then they found VVIP gate 19. Hey, VVIP so former president to be to kwano oba yedin nefa. VVIP gate 19 top diplomats and yedi omofa. That was a diplomatic courtesy and this year buying national security at the man. And then they kofa ho omofa ni wi yenso a omo de ne koto the residence official residence omemu ha vice president and it's nemon and see a day and a buying orchard. If you glorify some of these things, I will not measure me also main far west being described. You are emboldening the young people say to be rewarded in this country. You're ready say ubedi dimpeni fuatem. You're crowd say ubedi control at whether or a judge, whether or a hine, whether or a sofo, whether or a politician, whether or a businessman. Trantroto so gunanimas did not because sa some court to crown as a court to be empa a buying a be born ho buying ewa manoniu se Ghana even baby a obeda crown
ene omo yama adidi atem fa so aba so pa o mahama okuma nu metie we mu na ka won so odi hu nkomo o semi na medi atem a na yesu free omo ho because eye kevite la mo na mehu say time di atem fa so wo so cause even obi a minister opportunity na kevite la nya no wo nyan which means said that atem fa so wo so pa na minister na ye bisa na mantie nsem ono so ka kire wo this side.
Kevin Taylor in the country. Unfortunately, I'm not an immigration officer, and so I mean, how do you expect? I mean, I'm not an immigration officer. I mean, for those who are interested in that, let me advise.
So, bianya kwenya ako school, I have more degrees. Anyini, and chereso ni myansa, and chereso betima di animo, and chereso ye leader. Ya kaso be a leader, no be an abject do. Na sabi nipa kuma tukura na wotimi answer question. Ama nipa na kuma tone yam. And if I say way enemy answer. Officer 4 years and 40 years. Ya target national security for them to protect this guy. Now you be a question. What do you know about it as a defense minister? Sabi kwasi asama work.
The Freedom of Information Act. Take necessary steps, find out from immigration, unless the person did not come through lawful borders. So some of these things causing the national discourse.
Once we are no pair, the way see children is na compare back and sabana wakan we your case will be a penina. Penini is not a definition of nyansa. I know there was what me as here. Subscribe, like, share, comment. Be my crowd. Bye bye.